Hi friends, how do you actually get approved for the B2 visitor's visa in this day and age when things have become so much harder in the world of immigration? How do you make it happen? Whether it's for you, you're outside of the country and you're applying for a visa, or you've applied and you were denied, or you may have a relative or a friend in another country who wants to come here but they are afraid, they don't know how to do it, or perhaps you might be preparing yourself right this very minute to go on your interview. So watch this video to get my 10 tips on how to be approved for your B2 visa. Thanks for watching this important video. I say that it's important because immigration is important. It brings people together. And so we're going to dive right into my 10 tips on how to be approved for this visitor's visa. B2 can be very tricky, very tricky, because a lot of discretion is at the hands of the officer at the embassy, the U.S. embassy that is interviewing the person. So you've got to know that a lot of the decision-making power really rests right there with that individual. So you have to be aware of some strategies that can increase your chance of being approved that day when you go in for your very important interview to get a visa to come to the United States of America. We're going to dive right in. I wrote a wonderful guide in which I'm going to put the link to in the description box that talks about my tips on how to be approved for the B2 visa. So after this video, download my free guide on how to be approved for the B2 visa. Here's tip number one. Tip number one, be honest. Why do I start that way? I start this way because people lie. People lie all the time. But when it comes on to immigration, friends, you should not lie to the government, to the U.S. government. You may be saying to yourself, well, if I lie about this fact, it's going to increase my chances of being approved, because if they knew about this thing, there's no way I would get the visa. And friends, let me say this. The U.S. government has various tools, right? Data. They know how to find information about you. And so they have data sources that we know about and sources that we don't know about. So don't lie on your visa application about a fact. Don't hide children or spouses. Don't hide your family relationships. Don't lie about that, because those types of things eventually catches up with you. Tip number one, be honest on your visa application. Do not lie. Tip number two, understand immigrant intent. What is immigrant intent? It means, what is it that you are thinking? What are you planning on doing with your visa once you get it? Are you planning on coming to the United States permanently? Or are you planning on coming here temporarily for a short stay, for a vacation, or to just visit your family and friends? Immigrant intent is really a very important fact that comes across on your visa application, and more importantly during your interview. The interviewing officer is going to want to know, why are you going to the United States? Do you intend to go there permanently? If they have an idea, or if they think that you're coming here with the intent on staying here permanently, they will deny the visa application. They will not approve it. Your intent must be to come here on a short stay, temporarily. You're coming here on vacation, or you're coming here for some very specific reason, whether it's for medical treatment or mainly vacation, or to visit your family and friends. It must be reasons like that. For reasons such as those, and the stay here, you must intend to stay here temporarily. Number three, understand the purpose of your trip. Number three is connected to number two of immigrant intent. Number three says that when you are being interviewed by that U.S. consulate officer, you need to be very specific about the reason why you're coming here to the U.S. For example, you are coming to Brooklyn, New York, to visit your mother for 3 months. Or the purpose of your trip is to go to Los Angeles to attend a wedding of your sister, and you plan on staying at that location for maybe a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. Point is, you've got to have a purpose in mind for what your trip is all about. You cannot walk into that interview blindly and not know the reason why you've applied to come here. Be very specific and make it very clear.